Hey, you guys, this is Lorie with TMI Gifts. So, today on this episode, we are going to talk about evergreen wreaths and we're going to talk about teardrop swags. So, I'm going to show you how to attach mesh to these two products, particular right here. And if you're going to do a garland, it's going to be basically the same thing that you did with the wort wreath if you're attaching to a garland, or what we're going to do with the evergreen and the swag. If you are joining us, hit the subscribe button and also the like, and let us know where you guys are watching from too, please. If you are doing an evergreen and you are going to add mesh to it, or a full, I should say, full um, attachment, whatever your door piece is, as far as evergreen, or if you've got white or some of the colors of your wreaths, and you are going to attach mesh to them and they're full. And this was if you're a more advanced wreath maker, or if you're just a new beginner, this is probably one of the products that people like to use most of all. So I'm just going through and I'm just kind of fluffing all of my tines on this swag right here. And then I also fluffed up a little bit on my evergreen wreath here. If you have done this before and you've used a 21-inch mesh, comment below and let us know if you're using 21-inch mesh. I believe I saw one of our designers actually do some 21-inch mesh into here, but I think she cut it in pieces and folded it in half. Show us all of your creations that you do. But I'm going to take some 10-inch mesh, and I have a yellow and I have orange here, and I've cut them in 20-inch rolls here. And so I am going to use the roll method on how to attach all in your evergreen wreath. And so what we're going to do is, typically when I do my evergreen wreath, you're going to attach mesh to it so that it's giving you some color underneath it, giving you some curls or some dimension, but you're also doing it just to fill it up and to make it large and give you something to stick to. You're going to put a sign in it. You want that evergreen covered up, but you want some color on the background, whatever you're pulling into it. So that's when you want to start using your 10-inch mesh to kind of fill in your evergreen wreath or your swag and give you some base to actually do some embellishment to it. So here's my 20-inch piece of mesh cut. I've got curls on each end. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this cruffle method, and I'm just going to kind of ruffle it up in the middle here. Like you've got your curls and your ruffle on the inside. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that, and I'm going to go, I want to just make it really full. But depending on what you're going to attach, whether it's going to be something in the center or it's going to be to the side, I'm just going to kind of go in between my tines, and I'm going to just add in lots of mesh throughout it. Do the same thing. I'm using an orange and a yellow, and I'm going to come to the outside with this orange. You could go in with all of one color and then come back and add in another color. You guys let us know what you like to do. If you are actually using two different colors, are you putting one color in at once and then going back and putting another color in, or are you alternating with it? This is my cruffle method here. And I'm just adding it in all the way around the wreath. I'm just taking two tines and just adding it in. And I'm rotating my orange and my yellow. Rolling both ends and then gathering to the inside to make that little bit of ruffle. So you've got rolled, and then you've got the ruffle in the middle. I'm just laying it in between two tines and putting it in. So when you get all of this in, your curls will be your dimension part of it, and so it's giving you some really good texture all the way around your wreath. This is how I would fill up my evergreen wreath. Now let's do a swag or a teardrop. I'm going to take a pink 10-inch mesh. Okay. Now, if you have a roller cutter, if you're a new beginner and you have a roller cutter and you have a mat, You want to roll that off and just run that up through there, and it's real easy to cut, and you have a 20-inch piece. If you are an advanced one, advanced, you can roll it up, use your scissors, and cut. Lots of people use this method. If you're off by a 1/4 of an inch, you know exactly how tall your arm is. You know exactly where your lap is. I'm exactly 20 inches on what I just cut. So if you've been doing it a while and you kind of figure out, you can just lay that down, roll that up, run those scissors right across it, and you'll have your 20-inch piece. Now, I'm going to cut several pieces of this because I want to fill my teardrop up and show you guys what it looks like when you fill your teardrop up. You can also, if you're doing multiple teardrop swags wreaths, you could lay 2 rolls of 10-inch mesh together and actually roll them out and cut them at the same time. Okay. We're going to put this to the side here. We're going to get our evergreen or our full teardrop here, okay? And then we're going to actually add in these 20-inch rolls, and we're going to use the cruffle method. It's because it's my preferred method here. I'm going to just curl on each end, and then I'm going to run my finger down through it because I like having 2 curls on each end. And make sure you get a curl, really good curl on each end, because you don't want your mesh to open up, okay? So we're just going to fill in your teardrop or your swag. And I'm just going to the base of it, and you want to get it really tight, okay? So what we're doing is we're going to fill this up really good, and it gives you more base to stick to. So if you're a new beginner and you are just now starting out how to do teardrops, let me know how you like to attach your mesh to your teardrop and the method that you prefer on your teardrop. Okay, now I have attached all of my mesh into my teardrop, and I used the cruffle method here and attached all of this mesh. And so it's just giving you a good base to add embellishments to it. Whether you're going to add sprays, you're going to add florals, you're going to add a sign. It's just giving you good coverage and just giving you something pretty to work with. Now we're ready to add all of our items to it. So y'all make sure that you like and subscribe here and be watching, because now we're ready to start adding our ribbon and our bows to it in our next episode.